So here we have another game from the game analysis live stream, and we're looking at the game Mario Guevara against Guan Komar, and start with c4. And let's see, we have kind of symmetrical variation here. Knight f6, castle, d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5, queen b3, knight takes c3, and d takes c3, very nice to open up the rook. Castle, bishop e3, b6, rook a1, queen e8, and here queen b5 I didn't really understand what your intention was with this move. I guess keep an eye on this knight on c6, but I thought it would be more natural to play it with queen a4, so you also have the option to go queen h4. Let's say bishop b7 and then queen h4 and maybe bishop h6 and have some ideas there, okay? Because after queen b5, okay, your opponent played rook b8 now, but I think he could have also just gone bishop b7 and he's doing okay here. Anyways, we're analyzing this game for you, so not paying too much attention to black moves. Rook d2. And now you could have played knight a5 apparently, yeah. Okay, I like rook g2 though, doubling on the d file, makes a lot of sense to me. Bishop b7, rook fd1, rook d8. Yeah, now you're just doing all the right things here. I mean, for a moment I also thought about queen d7, but it's just being fancy, there's no need to do this. Just taking, play rook d7, really. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, e5 and now knight d2, very nice, exchanging the bishops. And you're just active with the rook, right? You just have this, what you didn't have in the last game, the active rook, and just cruising here. Knight c6, rook c7, knight e7, takes, knight d5, rook b7. I mean, this is all fairly straightforward. Takes, takes, rook e6, rook b8 check, bishop f8, knight c4, e4. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going through this. There's really not much to comment. I just noticed here, knight takes b6, of course everything's winning, but rook takes b6 just seems more natural to me. Because if you exchange rooks, you just win on the spot, and otherwise you win a tempo, because black would need to move the rook again, and then you can push the pawn forward and so forth. But really, doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a matter of taste. Takes, rook e7. Here I didn't understand though why you play knight c4 back. Just push the pawns. Just push them. a4, a5. Okay, rook a7. But I mean, you have plenty of choices. a5, if rook takes a5, knight d7, or rook a8. You can do whatever you want, pretty much, right? Okay, but it's, yeah, it doesn't really matter, of course. Knight c4, king g7, a4, push, push, push. Yeah, here, just keep on pushing. You don't need to bring the king, just play b4. Very simple. Just takes, takes. Bishop e7, b5. We just keep on pushing, and if rook c7, just a6. Rook takes c4, a7. Very simple, right? So this is the only thing I noticed, kind of. I mean, it doesn't matter here because your position is so overly crushing that you can also take your time, which is completely fine. But I noticed that you could have played a little bit more straight to the point, I guess, than you did in the game. But yeah, you're just up 2 pawns. I mean, what is black going to do? But this is just to consider in future games, right? And here, maybe you can tell us in the chat real quick. Your opponent played bishop d8 and you didn't take. Is that I don't know, notation error, or what was going on here? Okay, you win another pawn, and your opponent had seen enough finally being 3 pawns down. Alright, so as you noticed, there was not really much I could talk about in this game because you played a pretty good game, I think. Yeah, you pretty much just crushed your opponent. What else can I say? I just found this queen b5 here a little bit strange. I would rather, like I said, go queen a4 to have more flexibility, right? But apart from that, yeah, there was nothing much to say, which is a good thing, even though I like to say that you can learn the most, of course, from your losses. So, because obviously more things go wrong there, so I always recommend everybody to to submit pretty much the games which they're the least proud of, where they made the most mistakes, because this is really where we have so much potential to learn from. Okay, all right, thanks Mario, thanks for also tuning in, and looking forward to your future games definitely, and I hope this was of value to you.